Welcome back everyone, this is Annie, and today I'm going over my melting basket for the next 2 weeks. I originally was going to do this from October 10th through the 16th, but I've decided, because there's so much in the basket, to go ahead and do a second week of it. I may pull some extra things to add in later, but for now it'll be October 10th through the 23rd. And then after that, I plan on doing a week all the way through Halloween of Halloween and other fall wax blends. But this one is going to be a carnival, fair, amusement park, circus themed basket. I've been wanting to do this for a while. I thought about doing it in September, but it was just so hot here that I wanted to wait until it started feeling a little bit more like fall. And even though we're still getting into the 90s on some days here, we're supposed to get a cold freeze this coming weekend. And cold freeze, by that I mean it's supposed to get into the 50s and 60s. And it's supposed to start feeling nicer here. So I didn't want to wait any longer. Fall is passing by and I was like, I can't start really melting when it's in the mid-high 90s outside. Anyways, without further ado, I am going to start pulling everything out of the basket. It's a lot. I really can't even fit it in the basket underneath the camera. And there's just a little bit. There's some that doesn't even fit in here. So I have that pulled out on the side. We'll see how much I get through, but I just wanted a little bit of variety, and I surprisingly have a lot of apple, caramel, pretzel, popcorn, carnival, circus fair type scents. So that's going to be a fun next 2 weeks. I may have to get some variety in here like I was saying, but I'm looking forward to seeing how much I get through, 2 weeks from now. Now, I didn't get a chance to video this the first 2 days, so I've already started melting from this basket, and I do have some empties already, but I just did not have time the first 2 days of this week, so I am not showing the empties in here, just because I don't want to give away the surprise of what I've already gone through. Alright, without further ado, let's jump in. Alright, first up is something that reminds me of going to the state fair. I grew up here in Texas, and we tried to go to the state fair every fall if we possibly could. It's a lot of fun if you ever have the chance to go. There is just so much to see and do, and one of my favorite places to go was to the craft building, where people would have entered things that they baked, maybe a jelly or a relish that they canned, or a quilt that they made. And it was a lot of fun to go around. They always had every year there is a different sculpture made completely out of butter, and it's just so fascinating to go look at because there's so many details. One year it was the stall of a cow, and there's several other things in the picture. Somebody's milking the cow. There's other animals like in the farmyard. And then another year that I remember, it was like a Wild West saloon, and there was a middle of a gun shootout going on. So there was a bullet made of butter going towards, like the wall. It was really, really cool. Anyways, I'm getting distracted talking about the fair. I thought this would be a little reminiscent of something maybe somebody would bake and bring into the pie competition. It's fresh baked apple pie. It's tart apples sprinkled with sugar and cinnamon and baked in a fresh buttery pie crust from Soul's Inspiration. Next up is Dessa's, and this is Harvest Marmalade Bread. It's apricot orange cranberry chutney on warm crusty bread. Sweet corn pudding, also from Dessa's. And this is all, I did not get it all grouped out by vendors, I'm sorry. This is a brittle bag from L3, and this is Twisty. Experience the fall fair with this tasty treat from your favorite clown. Buttered popcorn, harvest spice, and cider donuts. Another one from L3 is Honey Pear Cider. I love this scent. I've not melted it from them before. I'm hoping it's the one that I really love. And I know it looks like a mess, but it got here because I ordered it last summer and it was super hot outside, so that happens. A few clamshells. These first two are from my friend Bernice on Instagram. This is salted caramel popcorn from the Bathing Garden and fried candy donut, also from the Bathing Garden. And then another one from the Bathing Garden is Firecracker Mint, which is probably more of a July 4th scent. But one of our favorite things to do at the state fair was wait until it got dark because they had a fantastic fireworks show. And I thought this might help break up a lot of the caramel apple popcorn scents that you'll see are coming in this bag. This is a sample from one of my favorite vendors, Missouri River Soap. It's Corn Crunch. The scent of sugary sweet corn cereal with a hint of cinnamon. I thought it might be a nod to people bringing in examples of produce that they've grown to the state fair. Another from one of my favorite vendors. I have a whole and a half of candied apple, and this is juicy apples, sweet plums, muddled strawberries, and citrus zest. It's definitely just like that candy apple, no spice. It's really nice. Next up is caramel apple, and also from Missouri River Soap. It's juicy apples, creamy caramel, smooth vanilla, and warm spices. It's very similar to Cider Lane, delicious caramel apple. Another one that is reminiscent of Cider Lane is from Goose Creek. It's Caramel Apple Lane. And I have a bunch I pulled from Goose Creek. One of the things you might experience at a fair or circus or carnival is a lot of fried food. So I decided to pull a lot of donut scents. I may get tired of them in the 2 weeks, but we'll see how many I get through. This first one is from Goose Creek, and this is Sugar Donut. Apple Cider Donut, also from Goose Creek. Jelly Donuts from Goose Creek. Spiked Pumpkin Donuts from Goose Creek. Pumpkin Cider Donut, also from Goose Creek. Cider House Donut from Goose Creek. And I do have a candle of, I think it's warm cinnamon donut that I've been burning in the bathroom for this week. Also from Goose Creek. Next up, I have 2 clamshells of Carnival cake. It's like a funnel cake. And then I have 1.5 of Dazzling Popcorn, also from Goose Creek. Another popcorn scent is Salted Caramel Popcorn. I have 2 of those. And then, even though this really isn't something we might find in a fair here, it's reminiscent of that going to a cart and getting street food, which is definitely that vibe you get from the fair. And this is Dutch Stroopwafel. I thought it fit in with that kind of toasty bakery caramel scent. And so I have 2 of those. Well, 1.5, from Goose Creek. Another from Goose Creek is Carnival Pralines, or Pralines, however you pronounce that. Another from Missouri River Soap is Apple Cider Donuts. It's apple cider, sugar-coated fried donuts, cinnamon, and vanilla. This is one of my all-time favorite scents. This performs extremely well. And I'm so sad that she just closed up shop. She's on to the next chapter, and I'm excited to see what comes for Holly and her family. But I am really sad that I will eventually run out of one of my favorites from her. From Empire Alchemy Unicorn Popcorn. This is Fruity Pebbles, Cookie Bits, Caramel Popcorn. From Rose Girls, this is Circus Concessions. I've already melted previously from this bag, but I thought this fit perfectly with the theme. From Teddy Bees, I have Small Town Circus, and this is caramel apples, kettle corn, funnel cakes, and cinnamon sugar pretzels. This is delicious. I've already melted some this week. I really hope she brings that back next year for the fall, because I will probably be out. From Sassy Curl Aroma, this is On the Pier. It's caramel drizzled popcorn. Can't talk. With sweet candy apples blended with sweet cream and a touch of sea salt. This is going to be similar to Summer Boardwalk, and I thought it would fit in, you know, that kind of idea of being outside and enjoying rides, etc. Even though this might be a little bit more of a late summer scent, it's honestly, we're still having kind of late summer weather here, so I thought that would be fun to work on. And I also have been working on 3 summer boardwalk candles from Bath and Body Works. One that I'm burning, and then I have one in each of my candle crocks. So that's gonna to be great, I think, with a lot of these scents that are these caramel apple or popcorn scents. And that way I can kind of work through my candles and combine them with what I'm melting and make progress. From Southbound, this is Midway Donuts, and it's sweet cotton candy, caramel apples, fresh funnel cake, fried Twinkies, and cinnamon sugar donuts. The label has fallen off of this bag, but I know what it is. It's from Sea Sugar. Someone sent this to me in a swap as an extra, which was so sweet of them. And this is Green Apple Taffy. And I'm hoping to kind of finish this because the bag is definitely a little bit messy. Also from Goose Creek, this is Apple Cider Ice Cream. Just trying to add a little variety in here. This is from Lurid, and it's a Boardwalk Babes in Boardwalk Marshmallow and Salty Sea Air and Bum Bum, which isn't really, you know, a carnival circus theme, but I thought it would help kind of break up the other scents, and I kind of wanted to finish the last bit of this bag anyways and not hold it over until next summer. So I'll be working on this one, and also it ties in with the boardwalk, even though that could be more of a summery activity by the beach. It could also be, you know, the boardwalk at the fair, so maybe the fair is by the ocean and it's warm like what we've been having here. From Dessa's, this is Haunted Carnival. It's apple fritters, churros, pretzels, and caramel sauce. If I don't make progress on this one in the next 2 weeks, it'll be great for pulling for Halloween basket also. A few from Salt Mountain Melts. This is Sweet and Salty, soft pretzel, sugar cookies, sweet buttery dough, and vanilla frosted cake. I'm hoping to finish that last bit of a souffle. Also from Salt Mountain is Bomb Pop. It's cherry slushy, blue raspberry slushy, and fizzy pop. Elephant Ears from Salt Mountain. It's cinnamon sugar, flaky crust, buttery fried batter, and powdered sugar. I actually pulled this one because I was melting a peanut scent that I'm not going to show because I emptied it right now. You'll see that in the empties video. But I asked my husband, what do you want to melt tonight? In, you know, the main living area, because the peanut scent was in the bedroom. And he was like, well, do you have something that smells like elephants? Because elephants like peanuts. And I was like, oh my goodness, I forgot to pull this for this bag. So I actually melted this last night and it was really nice. Although my husband was like, it doesn't smell like elephants in here. And I was like, it's not supposed to smell like an actual elephant. It's the closest thing I have to elephant themed with peanuts. Alright, continuing on the Salt Mountain train. This is Berry Go Round. It's saltwater taffy and strawberry raspberry guava. It's probably a little bit more summery than it may feel right now, but it ties in with riding the rides, you know, at the amusement fair, at the park, at the wherever. So I decided to pull that, and it'll add a little bit of nice variety. Next up is Smoke and Mirrors, and this is roasted coffee beans, fried Twinkies, Palo Santo, and marshmallow fireside. I'm very excited to try this. I have not tried coffee with Palo Santo or with marshmallow fireside, so I'm looking forward to seeing like how I like it once it's melted. Also from Salt Mountain Melts is peach cobbler nachos, and it's funnel cake, cinnamon sugar, syrupy peaches, cherry chutney, and whipped cream. I've melted this before. I think I melted half of this in September, maybe late August. Oh my goodness, this is so good. You definitely have to like peach scents, but the cherry's very light. This is just delicious, and so I'm going to probably melt the rest of this because funnel cakes fit in, right? Also, with the fair and circus carnival theme, this fits perfectly from Salt Mountain Melts. It's Ferris Wheel After Dark. It's caramel tobacco, funnel cake, and cotton candy. I'm a little scared to try this one because I haven't branched out much into tobacco scents, but it really does smell good, so I'm going to give it a try in the next 2 weeks. Next up, also from Salt Mountain, is Lemon Circus Animal Cookies. It's lemon curd and her wonderful bakery blend of circus animal cookies. This is not the cherry version. This is the non-cherry circus animal cookies. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Also, a Cinna Twist, which is cinnamon sugar, nutmeg, twisted pretzel, and bakery dough. Also from Salt Mountain Melts is Under the Boardwalk, and this is caramel apple, caramel popcorn, and vanilla ice cream. I thought this would go great with the candles that I'm going to be working on, and just in general would pair well with other scents throughout the house, plus the popcorn, the caramel apple. It's perfect for this time of year. This is from Empire Alchemy, and this is Main Street Strawberry. It's waffle cone, vanilla ice cream, fried beignets, kettle corn, and sweet strawberries. From A Sassy Girl Aroma, I'm doing Alibaba, and that's pretzel, green apple, salted caramel, marshmallow. Running out of space to put things, y'all. Also from Sassy Girl Aroma, I pulled Movie Night. It's hot butter popcorn. I might not actually wind up doing this one, but I felt like the popcorn fit well with the rest of the things in the basket, so I decided to pop it in just in case. Next up is Sawdust Days, and this is caramel apple, cotton candy, salted brown sugar, vanilla, and kettle corn. Also from Sassy Girl Aroma. From L3, this is buttered popcorn and caramelized pralines. This is whole loaf. I need to get that chopped. From Swanky, I know this is not really fall related, but this is Carnival, which is actually a summertime festival done down in the Caribbean and South America, but I pulled it just because that is a great big fun celebration, and I just felt like I needed a little bit of variety in this basket. So I know this is like a mango and peach. It's citrusy. I might not wind up melting it, but I did pull it just in case I needed something. Another one I pulled just to get something to break up all the sweet is Fox and Socks from L3 Waxy Wonders, and this is fuzzy socks and hoodies with eucalyptus and warm vanilla sugar. This is basically sweater weather with eucalyptus and vanilla sugar, warm vanilla sugar, and I really do enjoy this scent quite a bit. I thought I needed something fresh, just something maybe to help clear the air at some point. And I mean, if you can't go to a circus and see some a fox wearing socks. I don't know where else this would fit. It's appropriate, right? All right, I'm running out of space. Okay, just put that there. I pulled a variety of different samples from the Bathing Garden Fizzing Cranberry Cola, also from the Bathing Garden Circus Cake, Circus Bread, from Zape Under the Top, or Under the Big Top. This is Banana Split, and it's sweet bananas, fluffy whipped cream, and chocolate drizzle. I actually have this melting in the bathroom. It smells really good. This is from my friend Bernice. This is from my friend Kristen, and this is from Waxmosphere. It's still sugar and cannabis flower. I'm just curious to melt this and see, add variety to the week. Also from the Bathing Garden is Cotton Candy Ice Cream. And then from L3, I pulled just a chunk in Cotton Candy. And I just kind of wanted to show y'all, in one of my lives on Instagram, I did an unboxing that had a lot of different chunks that were different sizes. And as you can see, these two are, you know, quite different sizes. And before I started this video, I weighed them. Not because I thought that L3 wasn't giving us enough wax. I completely trust them. But just to answer the question that we've been talking about in that video a while ago. This was 2.85 ounces, so you know it's supposed to be between 2.5 and 3.2 ounces. So right there, you know, perfectly within range. And then this one, well, the reason this one looks a different size is because they gave this one so much extra wax. It's like 4 point something ounces, so way over what they had to give. And I think that's going to be the case with a lot of those other chunks where there was a variation in size. The smaller ones are going to be right in that range where they were supposed to be, and then the bigger ones are just going to be L3 and Jennifer and her team being extra generous with their customers. So I pulled Cotton Candy. I thought that would be great for this week. And also to kind of break things up, even though this really doesn't fit on theme, I pulled a loaf from L3 in Oregon Autumn. It's crisp, clean, and fresh fallen leaves with a hint of rain. I don't know if it's going to rain, but it looks like it might rain this weekend. And I wanted to have something that just felt really atmospheric with the rain and a bit of that cold. Ooh, Diesel Dave is outside. Sorry, we have a neighbor. It seems like no matter where we move, who has a diesel truck, and they love to rev the engine and sit in their truck for like 30 minutes with the loud motor going. Hopefully they will leave and go wherever they're going, and y'all don't have to hear this noise in the background. But it sounds like Diesel Dave is heading somewhere. Anyways, I wanted to have something kind of nice and atmospheric for a little bit of a colder day for us. Colder, you know, being that 50s and 60s. And if it is drizzling and gray, oh, I just thought this would be really nice. A cup of coffee, a book, my husband sitting on the other side of the couch, us periodically being like, oh, this book said something funny happened, you know, just chilling and relaxing and having a wonderful morning together. This one, y'all are going to be like, what, Annie? You're crazy for throwing this one in. But this is from the Bathing Garden, and it's tea and rose petal pound cake. So something that happens every year in the fall in one of the places that I used to live, which is Tyler, Texas, they always had a rose festival. And there was a rose queen and her rose court, and they had a great big parade. And it always happened in the early to mid part of October. It's not quite a whole carnival and festival or circus or anything, but it's something that I always remember in October. They had amazing costumes. It was quite beautiful, and they always had a big rose tea, so I thought this was perfect for that. And it's just so beautiful. I might not wind up melting any of it in the next 2 weeks, but I thought I needed variety, like I was saying. So let me stack that. And then I did pull this and started melting through this. This is a scoopable from L3. It's Lavender Ice Princess. It's lavender, pink sugar, and sweet peppermint. Oh, I love this blend. It's so simplistic, I know, but it is beautiful. It's one of the few things that's not just straight like mint that I can do when I have some headaches. I can't do it with like the worst ones, but I love this at night or when I just need a relaxing scent. It is so good, and I had been out for a long time. I actually bought this early this year, and it was trapped in a box a box I just hadn't gotten a chance to unpack. So I've been working on inventorying my wax and getting everything just out of boxes so I can reach it, and reorganizing my scoopable drawer, reorganizing my clamshell drawer, reorganizing everything. So I was so happy to finally have this, and it's cured for a really long time, and oh my goodness, it's so good. The icy peppermint is really not icy, it's more that sweet peppermint, but not the buttermint. And this is just so sweet and soft and relaxing. Just love this blend. And there was something else. Let me go see if I can find where it landed. Okay, I went and found them. I knew I'd pulled more from the bathing garden. This is Victorian Midway. Hypnotist's Moon. Nights at the Circus. The Contortionist. Dancing Elephants. I'm really running out of space, y'all. Candied Kettle Pop. I should have set this video up in a different way because it's gonna start like toppling if I'm not careful. The Fortune Teller. Her wax is just so beautiful. And then I have some more of salted caramel popcorn, one of the big ones. Clowning Around. There's also another one of the big tarts from her, and Whimsical Sweets, also from the bathing garden. And there the pile goes. I think that's a good spot to end the video. Am I going to get through all of this in the space of 2 weeks? Absolutely not. But I wanted to pull a lot of variety, and if I don't finish it this week, most of this will go directly into my fall basket. And yeah, I just wanted y'all to see what some of the wax looked like before it was melted and you couldn't see all the beauty. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've melted any of these scents. I don't know if I have scent notes for all of the bathing garden, so if you're familiar with something, would you comment it down below? I'm definitely going to be digging around for the scent notes before the empty video myself to try to find those answers. But yeah, let me know if you have any favorite circus or carnival fair activities that you do every year with your family. Oh, one more thing I will add. I am going to do a chop and chat, which will include some of the items in this video and some other fall items from my ongoing fall basket. So if y'all have any questions y'all want to ask me, drop them down below or message me on Instagram at the Chronicles of Annie McGee. And if it's obviously an appropriate question or question I can answer, I will include it in my chop and chat. Thank y'all for watching.